I am watching CNN and a woman says people are jumping out the windows of these buildings. Both towers are now gone. Dearest God, how can this be happening to us? Just some of the comments written on the iVillage.com message boards in the minutes after the September 11th attacks. There was no Twitter or Facebook then, so these posts offer a rare glimpse of the real-time reaction of the nation to the horror, memories we'll never forget.
Our 7-month-old son was at a babysitter's up by our house, which is about an hour outside of the city. And we didn't know if we were going to be able to go home that night and get to him.
I was a White House correspondent at the time for CNN on a day off in New York City.
And my boyfriend, then, husband now, I think he almost held me and looked at me and basically said, life as we know it has changed.
I cry all the time now, wrote iVillager Donna 10 years ago. So when does the crying stop? For me, never, she said 10 years later. For me, it still feels like yesterday, and on each anniversary, I still shed tears. Please keep the family of my former coworker, Frank Pership, in your thoughts, wrote Mindy in the days after the attacks. 10 years later, she said, I still think of my coworker and his family. He left for work in the insurance industry like my own husband and had no idea what was in store for him. Diane Self, the mother of Amanda Rodriguez, an iVoice contributor on iVillage, lost 14 colleagues at the Pentagon.
We were all in pain and hurting. But I'm very proud to say that we all stood together as Americans.
One of the final posts on the iVillage message boards on September 11th, one of the saddest days in the history of our great country.
It's strange though how long it's been, and when I was little, whenever it was foggy out, I'd always look up to the World Trade Center to see how foggy it was, to see how much of it was hidden. And even to this day, 10 years later, I still do that, just out of instinct. I look up. It's not there, but...
For iVillage, I'm Kelly Wallace.